Hi there. My name is Tamara, and I just started doing podcast. I try to do devotionals every day, and I thought I would share a series on forgiveness. But first of all, I just really want to talk about why I've started doing this. Um, I'm a Gen Xer. I'm pretty pooped out. Um, it's just we have as Gen Xers, we started before there was ever computer. There was before there was cable, before there was, the internet, and we had to learn it all. So AI's here, and I really enjoy gosh, it's such a lonely world, and people are not getting along with one another. So it's really nice to have intelligent conversation with a computer that can answer questions when people don't know how to answer questions anymore because they're so competitive and they're so vindictive that they won't even give you a straight answer. It's real frustrating, and I can imagine it's very difficult for Gen Z. Um, so anyway, I want to explain because everybody's always complaining about the parenting thing. When we were raised, it wasn't just that we raised ourselves. We were taught a just a basic rule that you're supposed to be kind to one another, respect your elders, and um, to, just don't touch that, don't talk, you know, be seen and not heard kind of thing. So when it came down to me growing up, my parents would only had to spank me one time. I just want to make that clear. Just one time, really bad, and never disobeyed them. I never crossed them. Of course, the things that I thought that they really cared about, like whether or not I went out with my friends or went to my friend's house or something like that, they didn't really care. Now, because they didn't care and bad things happen, we know bad things can happen. And, it doesn't happen to every single kid, but just little things like, injuries and, just being forgotten about, um, not noticed. It wasn't even noticed that I wasn't even home yet, and it was way past the light going out. Did something happen to me? Maybe. Um, yeah, they weren't really into us. So when we grew up, we were into our kids. We wanted to give our kids everything that they didn't have, that we didn't have. Um, I mean, I had Christmas gifts given to me, and only two, maybe one or two, stayed, after January. They were gone. Go to school and come back, and I don't have half the things that were gifted. So, anyway, I just wanted to say that we we have been treated harshly. So whenever, we know what's going to hurt because we've been through it. We had to raise ourselves. Remember that? So that means that we weren't just outside riding our bike and playing. Things happened. We confronted people. We knew about drunk people. We knew about drugs. We knew about things that we shouldn't have known about when we were growing up. We got to see things. And um, we were stuck out on the street by ourselves. And you didn't hear much about kidnapping because we also knew how to take up for ourselves. We had to defend ourselves. We learned how to, escape, we had to learn how to do things. So, and not talking to strangers is like the major thing that kept us safe. We didn't like just like someone say hey to us, and we went ahead and went with it. Hi, what do you need? We were like f off, you know, like. bug off, type thing. So we didn't didn't ask for help. We didn't ask for help. We didn't um we didn't do that. So when we spanked our kids, we thought, hey, you know, one time, one and done, and then that's it, one time, and they'll listen to us forever. But no, I mean, we tried not to do that. We tried to just talk and say, hey, look, this is why, and you don't want to do that because you'll get hurt or you're not safe. We don't know who those people are, blah, blah, blah. You don't talk to strangers, don't go to their house, don't go inside. And I don't know them, so don't trust them. And I don't know what happened. It's like Gen Z kids just do whatever they want and they trust to it. They trust Joe Schmo down the street that looks like he killed people, and next thing you know, he's coming to into my house in my kitchen with my kid, and I don't want to know Joe Schmo. I don't want to have anything to do with Joe Schmo. And then, all of a sudden, you know, I can't trust her. She's crawling out windows and, doing things that shouldn't do. Giving her clothes, her brand new clothes to kids. Get, I just don't understand it. I don't. But, me, I had hand-me-downs when I grew up and I wanted my kid to have brand new clothes. It was like, I just didn't understand. Why would my kid want to have somebody else's clothes? So, and we started off playing with video games in the 80s. So, we understand about video games, but I just didn't really like video games. So, anyway, don't be so hard on the Gen X parents. We do care. We just don't think that, we're not going down to your level. You're going to have to come up to ours. You're going to have to toughen up. You're going to have to beef it up. You're going to have to use your brain and you're going to have to take care of yourself because we had to take care of ourselves. And we learned that that's the only way that you'll grow up. Even though it's hard to watch a lot on your own, being a little smarty pants, we know that this is the only way that you're going to learn. But we wanted to be a part of it. We wanted to be there. And I just want to say this. We are. We're there. We're there for you, even standing back and just letting you do whatever, because I'm pretty sure that's what we did too. It just wasn't, our parents didn't miss us. No, they didn't. They were like, you're grown and gone. Bah, don't bother me. Yeah, so anyway, I just want y'all to know, it's in Gen Z. Gen X is there. All of your parents from Gen X, we're here. You just gotta approach us. Gotta come to us. Okay, it's not easy getting older and going to work and all these other changes. It's having to adapt to be politically correct when, you know, it's like you can't even say how you feel. You can't say how you think. If you're a Gen Xer, you're not allowed to. You can't, you're not encouraged to have ideas or to suggest things. And it's a little frustrating, to be honest with you. I've worked in customer service for since 2015, 2014. And before that, I cleaned. I had a cleaning business and I really enjoyed it, honestly. There were a lot of perks to it, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the schedule because I was off at three or four. So customer service, I just feel like I'm working all the time. And I'm kind of burnt out from it. Burnt out from people yelling, and screaming, and being totally helpless. I mean, There needs to be a senior community class on how to find your password, how to access your email, and how to clear your cache. That would be good. That would be a good start. Just teach how to do that, how to find Google or, yeah, a file in your computer. And this is for the boomers above me. So the ones that didn't grow up with a computer and they learned, they had secretaries, they had, you know, they were in management and supervisory positions and they just basically didn't have to do any of the computer stuff, I guess. I guess. So anyway, that is what I wanted to discuss is that I am finding a way to get into doing something that I love. I want to work on my house, plant a garden, you know, mow my lawn, draw, paint, just do things creative. I want to do things that I love. And I encourage anyone younger than me to do what you love. Don't lose your life in, just doing something that you hate. I mean, and if you have to, that's fine. But just set a deadline. Say, 2, 3 years of this, and I'm going to save this much money, and I'm going to do what I love. I mean, if you bought a lawnmower, you can start a lawn mowing business. If you get you an X tool, you can do printing. Um, there's things that you can do even without a college education, without um, doing a certificate, a certification or licensing um, to be able to work and support yourself and figure out what you want to do with your life. Have time. Say when you can work. Say, I'm sorry, but I don't work on Sundays or something like that. Set your schedule. Yeah, and listen. Listening is so important because everybody's got disagreements and everybody can be wrong. You know, anybody can be wrong about something. Give someone time to think, to go, you know what? Maybe it wasn't accurate what I said, or maybe I heard wrong or misunderstood. Maybe that would work. But communication is the most important thing that you got. And being able to use your words and to listen with your ear and to hear what someone is saying and try to understand. Hear with understanding and with the desire to understand them, not hearing uh, someone saying something and waiting for them to finish so you can spout out something because not everyone is trying to attack you. Um, no, nobody likes to fight. I mean, there may be some people that like to fight, but generally, most people do not like to fight, and it's not cool. It's not going to help you get ahead in life. It's not. The only thing that's going to do is divide. And as you get older, um, who are you going to use as a reference? Who's going to be there for you when you need to go to the hospital? You know, who's going to be that friend to you? I think it's the friend that's willing to be honest enough to say what is on their mind if they disagree with you about something, or they're trying to just at least give you a warning, or just to watch out for that, or be careful, kind of, I care. I want to make sure that you're okay because I'm a fixer. I mean, I like to fix things. It's all I've ever been able to do. So it's like if something's wrong with you, I'm going to try my best to find the answer that might could help you. That's just the kind of person I am. So that's the way a lot of people are, because there's a lot of us up here, Gen Xers, that have learned their lesson all by themselves. Nobody, nobody there to catch them when they fell. Nobody to sit there and warn them and say, hey, look, you don't want to do that because no one, no one missed them, missed us. And I like to say them because it's all of us together. No one missed us like we miss you, Gen X, Gen Z. Gen X misses Gen Z, and but we're from a different time, um, where that we know not to push it, not to press it too far, to just like offer and back off, and you can take that as abandonment or offense or whatever, but honestly, it's just because you need space to grow up. You need space to learn for yourself. If you're going to argue, well, let's just not argue. Let's just let you learn for yourself. And if you need any any help, I guarantee you you could go to the ones that love you and who's experienced it all and just didn't want you to have to experience the same thing by being, so strict about certain things because we knew that it would hurt and it would be hard. And there's like a steps to things, like you don't just push the front door open. You take the key out of your purse, put it in the doorknob, and you turn the key. You unlock the door, you turn the knob, and you open the door and you walk through. And then you turn around and you shut the door and you lock it. That's kind of the way life works successfully. There's a step to everything. And You know, I think that my show is just more or less about Gen X and Gen Z and boomers. I'll be honest with you. That's the only thing that I think. And in between there, I would honestly say that boomers and um, what are they? Gen Gen Y? I don't know. What are they? The ones in between that are like 30 years old now. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, they're more like boomers. They're ride or die. I'm right. I'm always right. I'm right. I know better than you. Got some kind of attitude, man. Yeah, and that's one of the reasons why I'm tired of working. It's because it's like ridiculous. And yet, the first ones to make fun of people physically, emotionally, and then they need to really look in the mirror at themselves. Oh, they're Mr. and Mrs. Thing, and they're, you know, prodigies or whatever. Yet they're working customer service. Okay. That's, yeah, so am I. So I guess I'm a prodigy too. But anyway, I just think that it's really important for y'all to realize that everyone is human. Everyone has faults. No one has, you know, no one's perfect. No one. And when you live your life on that level, that no one's perfect, your expectations are a little bit lower and you know, you automatically expect people to understand you. Time for you to start understanding people, you know? And someone who's lived longer than you, unless they are way out of touch, like, you know, Trump, and they've never had to, step in a mud puddle or, I'm just saying that, but, you know, they've never had a hard day in their life as far as like um, worrying about their rent, um, feeling afraid, of what's going to happen tomorrow. So you really don't have the option to burn bridges because the people, I mean, this is experience telling you this. The people you think that are going to always be there for you, it's a shame. It's a shame. The more they get a life, the less they have time. And and you know, you end up not having that person. And sometimes they just don't want to be involved. They don't want to. Can't afford the trouble to be inconvenienced. Um, whatever. But sometimes they're the ones that are causing your problem in life because they're jealous of you, or they wish that they had something that you had, and you don't even know what that is. They imagine that your life is better than what it is in your mind and in your life. And if you're happy every single day, I tell you what, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be upset with you. Sadly, not everyone is happy for you having success or having good things happen in your life. It's a shame. So, anyway, good luck with your lives. I mean, mine's almost over. I'm 60 years old, but I can tell you right now that I made choices in my life that I feel good about, and I made choices that have led to me having nothing but bad choices. And I don't want to go down that road anymore. So, one of the most important things that you can do is do things that are right and in the right steps that they're supposed to be going in to save yourself heartache and stress. Because what happens down the road, you never know. But I hope and pray that good things come your way, and everybody deserves a good day. Everybody deserves to have a good life, except for those that try to destroy life. And when I say destroy life, I mean like really destroy it, to break a person down. So build people up, encourage them, find the good in them, um, give them space if they need space. Pray for them, but don't burn bridges. It's just too much. You know, when I say burn bridges, I mean don't destroy the goodness that you have. I mean, obviously their life is probably bad enough as it is if they have anger issues and stuff. I I just think that it's so important to be kind. That's what I've learned in life. You could be real excited about your life and have everything, work really hard for it and try to make it to where that everyone else around you is happy and loved and cared for and able to have some of their dreams come true. So be grateful. Don't slam things around and act like it's nothing. Being unappreciative is like one of the worst things that you could be. I'm sure that you are loved by somebody. So I ask you to just go out there and love. Share the love. Spread the love. Be strong. Be safe. God bless you.